before they take on the Josephians. St. Joseph's in blue and white, and Wesley in their customary double blue will no doubt be looking to bring their A game. The game that they have brought about all throughout this Dialog Schools Rugby League, and which has proved decisive. They have 3 wins out of 3. St. Joseph's, on the other hand, they did drop one game against St. Peter's College, their big match, but a glitch on their way, as this time they know that they cannot afford to drop this game, Abdul, because if St. Joseph's do drop this game, they will not be able to make their way into the cup segment. Wesley, on the other hand, they know that a victory will help them secure that place.
A very, very important game for the Josephians. They have to make this count, do they? They have to. By the looks of it, the Josephians with the kickoff.
Indeed, it's St. Joseph's College preparing to kick off from right to left on your screen. And preparing to take charge is Veranga. He will be assisted by Arunashant from one touchline. I just need to confirm who is on the other.
Not the best of conditions for the kicking. Be a tough day for kickoffs. Let's see how these boys have practiced.
Indeed, it will be, as it comes on show as well. Brian making a hash out of it. The ball pretty much going all the way on the floor, as it's taken into contact by Manuga. But a horrendous pass. However, Wesley making something out of it. Down the line, down the wing rather, making his way, breaking through a couple of tackles. That was Ayan. Now the big forwards taking it up into contact. Wesley College keeping the ball and not clearing their lines. Now looking to spread it wide. Kaiser Lai step in, beating a couple, but he's brought down well, as the big forwards take it and barge their way forward. That's Rahman. And the referee's arm comes out for an advantage. A high tackle on Rahul, as Lai looking for a 50-22, but also he knows that he has the advantage. And Adriano Kandappa, he gives it out to his support player as they clear their lines.
What a passage of play we've had here, Mario. With these wet conditions, these boys have been really practicing, have been really putting their work. Line out. Rexona line out in favor of Wesley College, and this is their first line out. It's very, very important to get your first line out of the game right, Mario.
Indeed, the first Rexona line out in this game. Wesley finding their target well in a shaky manner. However, here's their big forwards in center field, breaking the first tackle. That was Manuga, setting it up. Quick ball, but not the most accurate pass. However, Wesley College cleaning things up through their big forwards. Manuga again taking it up into contact. From 9, Wadud giving it out. Through the hands it goes. Rushing out and making a spot tackle was the Josephian centre, Dion, as Wesley have been pushed back. However, Rahul taking 2 or 3 men to bring him down. Manuga featuring quite a bit in the action, as Lai has lost the ball forward, and all that pressure accounts to nothing as St. Joseph's College win a scrum, Abdul.
Yes, indeed, Romario. What a passage of play again. Can see the Wesleyites using their backs early in the game. Despite these wet conditions, they've been trying to work their line quite often of the game. A vantage scrum in favor of St. Joseph's. Scrum down in favor of St. Joseph's College.
Preparing to feed is Rashmind. Steady scrum for St. Joseph's as Brian splits the defense into the center of field. Now step in, draw in and pass in. Here's Intikab off the side of his foot. He will not be too happy with that as play is brought back from the place where he kicked it. He will be quite disappointed there, Shifan Intikab.
St. Joseph's with all the momentum right now of the game. They have to make this count in Wesley's half.
The referee panel, as I said before, Veranga, the referee, Suranga Arunushant and Priya Suranga on the touch lines. Joel preparing to throw into a full 8-man line out. Maul set up, the first one for St. Joseph's College. Breaking off is the big man, Dion Peters, that is. However, he's pummeled backwards. Quick ball coming. St. Joseph's College to the line. Brian, through the hands it goes. Pass in front of him, but somehow collected. Now step in is the Peterite player, the Wesley player, rather, beg your pardon. And after a bit of play, the ball changes hands yet again. Wesley with their big number 3, Nelith Hapugala, that is.
Very scrappy play there, Romario. These wet conditions, we are in for a long day. The boys are in for a long day.
Indeed, I think these wet conditions will not help their cause whatsoever, as we see yet another scrum, and this is just the second scrum, but I'm sure we will be in for plenty more, Abdul.
Indeed, Romario. The boys really have, the forwards really have to push in their scrum, put in their work despite the slippery conditions.
Wadud feeding it in, getting it out to his winger as Lai in second receiver. Through the hands of first face, but the Josephian defense holding firm, bringing the Wesley player well behind the gain line. As
Romario, Wesley seems to be working the ball standing in one place rather without gaining some meters. And now, as we said, here's Fawaz.
static are the Wesleyites in attack, and that's not helping their cause. But now Kazelai from first receiver. An arm comes around his neck, but the referee says that that's all right, as the big lock forward Yoshita taking a couple of players with him. Wadud gives it out to Imtikab as he puts a lovely short pass. Here's Imtikab receiving it back, but the referee in a line and calls a forward pass.
You have to keep the ball, Romario. You have to keep the ball. Keeping position is the best thing that you can do despite these situations. Here's a replay of that forward all day.
Indeed, that was the flank. Hivin, Intikab and Hivin combined extremely well, but Intikab just stepped ahead of him in that supporting line, and unfortunately he was found at the wrong time by Hivin. Now St. Joseph's through Akshan will be looking to clear their lines well outside the 22, so they can't go out on the full, Abdul.
Indeed,
Inosh
Romario.
giving it out to his scrum half. Now Brian at second receiver puts in a shaky kick collected by the winger. Ayan, that was in the number 14 jumper. Now Hivin taking it up into contact. Wesley College through their big forwards, utilizing them quite a bit in this first 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Now here's Hivin again for the second time in that passage of play, taking it out into contact. Ball is well and truly out there. Unfortunately, no defender read the situation, and a knock on called by the AR, if I have not mistaken there, Abdul.
Brilliant counter-ruck by the Josephians. The counter-ruck forced Kaiserlei to make that knock-on, unfortunately. Here's a replay of that. The ball was well and truly out, and here you can see Shavin putting that pressure, making Kaiserlei force that knock-on. St. Joseph's, another scrum down. Opportunity to clear lines, to play in Wesley's half.
Indeed, I think that's what they will be hoping to do, because they have unfortunately not had too much of possession in this game. It has all been Wesley in this first 8 minutes. Now Rashmind gives it out to Brian. Again, boot to ball. Pierce in the defense, bouncing it in center field. Stepping through is Fawaz, beating the final man, but the defense of Brian helps cleans things out for St. Joseph's College. Now taking it into contact. Scrappy ball. He's offside all day long. That was Nelly Thapugala. And the referee rightly makes that call, Abdul.
Indeed, the referee got it spot on there. St. Joseph's defense have been up to the task. But brilliant run there by Ayan Hussain. Puts in a chip. But unfortunately, St. Joseph's seemed to have lost position. And that's a brilliant kick there by Kaiserlei. Excellent kick. And that's a 50-22. 5 meters away from the line are the Wesleyites. A Rexona line out in favor of Wesley College. A brilliant kick.
Indeed, 50-22 time. Skipper Kaiserlei taking matters into his own hands and putting that well and truly past that 5 meter line and safely into touch. So here's the first attacking line out, collected by Hevin. A great throw. Now the maul comes into play. St. Joseph's College will be defending with their lives. But the referee's call comes to use it. So 9 has to creep inside. And unfortunately, he does not manage to do that in time, as St. Joseph's College have diffused that situation quite well, you could say, Abdul.
Brilliant counter maul there by the Josephians. They were up to the task, but I don't think the referee had to say use it, since the maul was moving forward. But nonetheless, the Josephians are saved, and now they have a chance to clear their lines off from danger. Here's Akshan to feed it in.
5 meters out. The big number 8 of St. Joseph's, the skipper, taking things into his own hands as Brian puts another wobbly old kick into touch, and we are in for yet another Rexona line out. But St. Joseph's College, well, they are still not out of danger, Abdul.
Indeed, Wesley with one more opportunity in the red zone of the St. Josephians. How can Wesley prove this decisive?
Crowds have filled in before kickoff. There was not too many, but now crowds have filled in as Wesley are getting momentum on their side. The maul moving forward as St. Joseph's College have somehow managed to scrape their way through. That was Anthony for St. Joseph's. But what have they done there? Not the best of kicks. Stepping through is Prarthana Rodrigo, and he has been brought down, but a penalty advantage coming the way of Wesley College. Now for the crossfield kick. Here's an opportunity for the winger, but just too much on that as Adriano Kandappa lets the ball go out. An Alumex penalty as a Wesley College player is on the floor. Time has been switched off.
13 minutes gone in the game, but we've had excellent play of Rugby. Here's that overcooked kick by Fawaz. Really unnecessary there, Romario. Could have used the lines, could have worked the ball instead. But nonetheless, Wesley have put in touch 5 meters away. One more chance for the Wesleyites, and the Josephians will have to defend with all their lives.
Indeed, there were quite a few players over, but Fawaz thought otherwise. Now Rahul finds the number 7, Hivin again, the flank. The Josephian Mall defense has not been able to stop them, as the first Amana Bank try has been scored by Wesley College. Manuga, that is, who crashes over from the tail of that rumbling Mall, and Wesley College secure the first Amana Bank try in this game, Abdul.
Indeed, Romario, I'd say you had it coming. Wesley had it coming. They've been camping the Josephian half, and it was surely coming. Here's a replay of that try. Manuga into the thick of action. Here's Mohammad Fawaz lining up his goal conversion. Fawaz. A good connection, but just off the direction. So score remains 5 points to nil in favor of Wesley College.
Conversion unsuccessful. However, Wesley College opened the scorers with the first Amana Bank try, as the St. Joseph's College flanker Sudarshan seems to be getting a bit of attention to his ankle. But now worrying times for St. Joseph's College.
St. Joseph still have plenty of time in the game. They have to remain calm. They have to work their game plan, and they have to play in with this half. They cannot afford to play in their half despite these wet conditions. Here's Brian once again to put in the kickoff.
Again a wobbly old kickoff, restart rather, but collected by Ayan, as Wadud puts his caterpillar ruck and gets the box kick away. Let bounce by the Josephian scrum half. Now Adriano step in, beat in one, getting his kick charged down. Could have played that was Dion, but unfortunately lacking a bit of game knowledge, you could say. Now Wesley on the attack. Wadud through the hands. Kaiserlai, good spot tackle there on the center. Kaiserlai taking it up into contact. Wadud, as the Josephian defense is up rapidly. Through the hands. Here's the try scorer, keeping things flowing. Wesley playing at quite a quick pace.
Romario, you can say the St. Joseph's defense have been really up to the task. They have been putting in that. They have pushed Wesley almost that 50-meter mark. See how long it can last.
Indeed, that will be quite a question. Only time will answer, Abdul.
Indeed, Romario.
Step back.
Wesley still on the attack. Numbers on the outside. That was the fullback taking it up into contact. Now Wesley College still with possession. The forwards combining well with the backs. Here's another lovely short pass there by Kaiserlai. Unfortunately, Hivin just left it behind and lost that ball forward. He'll be quite disappointed, but signs are quite positive for Wesley, isn't it, Abdul?
Indeed, Romario. Romario, you can see that Wesley have been trying to use their backs even though the conditions have not been really a good condition for the backs, but Wesley seemed to be trying to work the ball wide and play. And also you can see brilliant vision by Kaiserlai. But unfortunately, he had to force that knock on.
Change coming for St. Joseph's College. They lose their flank, Sudarshan, early on in this game. Faizan comes in to the thick of the action.
Bit of bleeding, I think. So, Romario?
I think he twisted his ankle. But so a couple of changes for St. Joseph's College.
Time on.
Early disruption. They will not be too pleased with that. Will Dulanjana and co.
On the stamina corner.
These boys have been really putting up 17, 18 minutes, and the game has been really fast-paced.
Feed in the scrum. Akshan goes digging in. Brian leaving it behind. Elementary errors there by the Josephian vice captain, and you can clearly see pressure getting to them. Abdul, St. Joseph's College in quite a rut they find themselves.
Really unnecessary errors there. Josephians had to play close, had to play in Wesley's half. Nonetheless, here's Wadu to feed in for a scrum for Wesley College. Another attacking for College.
Josephian to bring the big number 8, makeshift number 8 you can say. Wadud giving it out to Fawaz, bumping his way forward, but he's brought to the floor. Looks one way, goes the other. Hivin takes it up into contact. He has had quite a bit of touches in this game. The referee's hand has come out as Yoshida takes it and goes into contact. Does really well, does Dion Peters to roll away, but still an advantage come in the way of Wesley College. Now quick ball, Abdur Rahman taking it up into contact. Here's the big number 3, Nelit Hapugala. Wesley College well and truly making headway as the Josephian defense.
No advantage. Back to the penalty.
Has found it quite difficult to hold on. But the referee goes back for the penalty advantage.
Mario Wesley seems to be having all the momentum of the game. The Josephians need to put that pressure out of their heads. Seems to be like pressure is getting to them.
Alumex penalty awarded to Wesley College. Shifan Intikab skews off his boot, but about 8 meters away from the Josephian try line are Wesley.
Josephians need to defend with their lives here. Wesley came here twice and scored once, and here's the third time for Wesley. Josephians cannot be making the same mistake again and again. They've done it well once, but the second time was not in their favor. What will the Josephians do the third time?
Time off. Wait.
Time has still been called off as the Josephian hooker seems to be in a bit of strife as the heavens open up here at London Place. It has been quite a wet evening, a wet couple of days you could say, Abdul. The weather has been relentless. Joel Ranasinghe getting assist on field.
You can see the crowds moving.
26, 26. Leading no double.
Despite these wet weather conditions, you can see how much the crowd have tuned in for both these schools.
Hey, mind your language, huh?
So the blood bin replacement has been reversed. 26 has made his way out. Kevin goes up, but he's told to do it all again. Preparing to throw is Rahul into a full 8-man line out. Kevin was his target. He found him, but the referee says illegally.
So St. Joseph's live to breathe another day, another time, I guess, rather. Here's a scrum down. Favor of Josephians. They have to clear it for safety.
My ball, boys, my ball. Crouch!
I think they have done really well to hold Wesley out to just 5 points in this first 22 minutes. The Double Blues have dominated the possession and territory. Now Brian, his error, well, it did not concede points, but this kick, how bad would Shifan Intikab make him pay? Now the skipper gives it out to Fawaz, steps, beats the first man, gets a lovely offload away. Taking it into contact was Ayan, but this Wesley line in full swing. Intikab at first receiver. Now through the hands it goes. Here's Intikab that looked a bit forward. And well, it was, says the referee, as yet another attack has been diffused successfully by St. Joseph's College. Or well, you can say it was diffused by Wesley themselves.
Very, very unfortunate for Wesley. They had that momentum, but St. Joseph's defense have been up to the task. They have put that pressure on the ball carrier. Seem to be...
Time has been switched off as there seems to be yet another injury.
Player is back on his feet. And referee is back in action.
Time on.
Ayan Hussain, that was getting a bit of attention to his knee as the fans look on from
Hurry up.
inside the clubhouse.
Crouch!
Scrums have been in favor for the Josephians. They have been getting scrums over and over again, but they have not been
Hey, right.
able to use the scrum in their advantage, Romario. How will they prove this scrum?
Akshan to Brian as he puts boot to ball yet again. Finds Ayan on 1 foot. No, his both feet are fine. Shifan Intikab securing the ball in the ruck. Wadud gives it out to Kevin. However, an illegal entry into the ruck, says the referee, as St. Joseph's College win
Side entry.
an Alumex penalty. And now Brian this time will be no doubt hoping that he can find touch. And he does so.
St. Joseph's with a chance to get some points, put pressure in Wesley, on Wesley rather.
Hey, violate and
St. Joseph's deep in Wesley's half. How can they prove this decisive, Romario? Rex on a line out in favor of St. Joseph's College.
The first time St. Joseph's College are coming in to the Wesley 22. It took them 25 minutes of this game. But how will they be able to pierce the Wesley defense? First things first, though, the line out has been secured. The Josephian Mall has set up as Wesley have brought them down, but ball has emerged. Here are the Josephian attackers from the line. Now Inosh, the skipper, bumping off the first man
Stay back.
and secure in position. Akshan gives it out to his forwards, not making too many meters as the Wesley defense holds firm. They continue to hold firm, do Wesley. Akshan still opting for his forwards. Mendis
Stay back.
taking it up into contact. This time
No.
it's
No, blue, blue, no.
Gunatilaka.
Stay back, stay back. Back, back.
St. Joseph's College finding it a bit difficult to penetrate this Wesley defense. Ball now being used by the forwards. Coming to the three quarters, step in is Dizoisa. However, he is unable to
No, no,
break
no, no,
the
no,
line.
Go, go, blue. Back
Penalty coming the way of St. Joseph's College
forward.
as
Handling the ground.
there has been a hand in the ruck.
Number 10.
Now decision time. Will they go for three?
3 would be the best option, but St. Joseph's have opted for a scrum.
Indeed, I think 3 points would have been quite a good option, given that they have still not gotten off the board, off the mark rather.
But Romario, the boys seem confident.
Nate, by Nate.
Let's see
Set.
how they make off this scrum. They have been getting scrums over and over again.
Akshan feeding it in. Now Inosh breaking from the tail of that scrum. Does not go too far as Akshan gives it out to his fellow flanker.
No, blue, no.
Quick ball coming for St. Joseph's College.
Stay back, blue.
However, Wesley have done well to hold firm. Their defense continue to hold firm. But the Josephians drive over, and the Amana Bank try has been awarded to St. Joseph's College. By the looks of it, it's their big forward who comes up, trumps. Dion Peters, that is, well, beg your pardon, Sitanga in the number 5 jumper. He goes over for the Amana Bank try for St. Joseph's College, and well, they prove us wrong, do they?
Yes, indeed, Romario. The boys seemed really confident, and they've got it up to task. And here's a chance. Here's a chance for Brian Fernando to put the extras and get the lead for the Josephians for the first time in the game. Here's Brian.
Tricky conversion as he pushes it wide. However, scores are tied here, Abdul Hadi.
What a game we have on the cards here, Romario. Momentum keeps shifting again and again.
Well, in fact, that did not look like Sitanga. And on second viewing, we thought it was Anthony who got over the whitewash for St. Joseph's College.
Behind the ball, blue. Behind the
Well,
ball.
we are back to where we started, Abdul Hadi. 30 minutes into the game. Nothing to separate the two teams. As St. Joseph's College clear their lines, puts the ball into the hands of Mohammad Fawaz. Good high kick, but the referee says that the tackle on him
Number 9. Block.
was late.
Number 9.
That's an obstruction rather, an Alumix penalty in favor of Wesley College. Shifan Intikab to put ball into touch. Now on the other side rather. First line out for Wesley College on this side of the field.
Number 9.
5 meters away from the line are the Wesleyites. Josephians will have to defend again with all their lives to keep this game even.
Indeed, I think if they are able to go into halftime with this scoreline like this, I think St. Joseph's College will be the happier out of the two teams. But before they do that, they have 5 minutes more of defensive work. The Maul shifts its point of attack as here's the Wesley College Maul driving forward, and the second Amana Bank try for Wesley. By the looks of it, that's Manuga Jayavira for Wesley College, and just like that, in a matter of minutes, they go back into the lead.
Manuga has just doubled his scoring for the day. 2 tries for Manuga and 2 tries for Wesley. Here's a replay of that try. Wesleyites shifted that maul. The Josephians really unable to put in that defense. And here's a chance for Mohammad Fawaz to add the extras to make it a 7-point game. Fawaz. Just a bit to the left hand side. So score remains 10 points to 5 in favor of Wesley College. A convert try.
Well done from up here, Abdul. St. Joseph's. It will take quite a bit for them to do so, but they will no doubt be having confidence in themselves as Brian.
Romero, I think Brian needs to get a bit back without kicking it on the mud. It's a deep kick into Mohammad Fawaz. And I think that's what the Josephians have been looking for, putting the deep kick and making Wesley force the touch. And now a Rexona line out in favor of the Josephians.
On the 40-meter mark.
Romario, you can see how a good kickoff would get the ball back to you. A deep kick and the ball is back into your hands.
Indeed, and now they need to build on it from there on. St. Joseph's. Joel finding his target.
Stop.
Maul set up. But it has been brought down as the referee says that the ball has emerged. Now Akshan to Brian. He finds some space, but he's flung to the floor by Abdul Rahman. Through the hands. No, it does not go for St. Joseph's College. They opt to play with their forwards. Unfortunately for the Josephians, Kaiserlai finds himself in the dark places and wins that.
Brilliant steal by Kaiserlai, the skipper. You don't often see a back going inside rucks. But the skipper takes matters into his own hands. Here's a chance for Wesley to put pressure in the Josephians again.
Alumex penalty put into touch as St. Joseph's College find themselves marching backwards into the 22. Now Wesley, they know that momentum is well and truly in their favor.
Another Rexona line out in favor of Wesley College. Kesara to throw it in. Collected well by Hivin. And here's the trademark maul for Wesley College again. Josephians are doing well to hold it. But here's Wesley driving. Moving inch by inch. Once is the call.
With the ball is Manuga. And now 9 gets the signal. Hand comes in, but St. Joseph's College, they disrupt and they disrupt well. However, that's half time as we go in to Lemons. It's Wesley with a slender 5-point lead here at London Place.
Brilliant defense. Excellent defense by the Josephians in the dying embers of the first half. The boys really proved themselves, didn't they, Romario? They were in the game. They showed that they were in the game, not giving up so easily. We have another 35 of rugby to play.
Indeed, a great half of rugby, an absorbing half. Even though the scoreline does not read too much, it's an absorbing half, as I said before, and we go into halftime with Wesley 5 points ahead of St. Joseph's College. Wesley 10, St. Joseph's College 5. We will go in for a quick commercial break and be back with live action on the other side.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Abans fridge kiyanne Abans fridge kiyanne bawulata harima fridge එකක් Abans family එකට හරියන අපේ රටේ fridge එක ඔයාලා කැපිලා පෙන්න office එකට go
Black Night Go pocket perfume youth එකට go එකක්
එතකොට මහත්තයාට උනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotimi. Fun tamai.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Let's KFC
making moments special most value for money from KFC
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotimi. Fun tamai.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න. ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි
For passion, a competitive spirit. It's for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right, real energy.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
මාස 24ක් දක්වා ගෙවීමේ පහසුකම් සමගින් මාසික වාරිකයේ රුපියල් 4999යි. අබාන්ස් ජාතියේ පරිගණක සැපයුම්කරු.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Hey, I'm a hell of a on the classic got to go.
Black Night Go. Pocket perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
හඳුන්වදන කීල්ස් ක්‍රෙස්ට් සෝස් රස දෙකකින් ටොමාටෝ රසෙන් සහ නයිමිරිස් රසෙන් කීල්ස් ක්‍රෙස්ට් නිවසින් පාවිච්චිට පහසු වෙනස්ම හැඩයකින් යුත් රසකාර කඩංගු නැති හලල් සහතිකයලා කීල්ස් ක්‍රෙස්ට් සෝස් රසගුණ සපිරි කෑම මොහොතකට
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
Welcome back to this live telecast from CRNFC. Wesley College in with a slender 5-point advantage going into this second 35. As we have a look at this highlights of the first half, it was Wesley who opened the scorers with an Amana Bank try through their big lock forward playing at number 8. That's Manuga Jayavira who opened the scorers. St. Joseph's College got a try of their own through their flanker Anthony. However, it was quite a short-lived lead, Abdul Hadi, as Wesley through their big number 8 Manuga, they got second, and St. Joseph's are trailing. Well, Wesley will no doubt be hoping for more of the same because they did dominate possession and territory, Abdul Hadi, but they will be a bit not too happy with how much points they have managed to accumulate.
Indeed, Romario, I think Wesley camp would not be happy with how many times they have lost position in the Josephian half. The Josephians, on the other hand, would want to prove that they are the better side at the end of the 70 minutes. Let's see what we are up to and what a 35 we are up to and what a game we have on the cards today.
Indeed, St. Joseph's College, they will no doubt be looking to bounce back because they know that nothing but a win will help their cause. Kaiser Lai preparing to kick off.
Referee counting the players. Seems to be an issue with the West side.
Pranit Veranga, the referee, getting confirmations from both captains as Kaiser Lai prepares to kick off this second half, puts in a high contestable kick, and well, a massive tackle coming in first up by Wesley. Now the Josephian number 9 goes for that box kick. Fawaz does really well to collect it. Still on his feet, Mohammad Fawaz, pumping his legs, making a good headway before Wadud releases his forwards. Now to the line they go. Numbers on the outside. Shoin trying to get through, but clung on to the jersey of his opponent, did the St. Joseph's College centre. Wadud through the hands, through the back door. Here's Fawaz, beating 1, beating 2, bumping off the third man. However, a double team tackle brings him down. Hapugala taking it up into contact, pump in his feet, takes about 3 Josephian defenders to bring him to the floor. Double try scorer gives it out to his skipper. Wesley College ghosting their way through into the 22. Here's Wadud showing and going. However, he's brought to the floor, but just a slight knock on the ground yields possession back to St. Joseph's College, hanging on by a thread.
The Josephians saved once again. Wesley losing momentum once again, coming into the Josephians half. This is not the first time, not the second time. Wesley have been coming to the Josephians half and been losing positions. And the Josephians on the other hand, would be sighing relief. Opportunity for St. Joseph's to clear off lines, clear off danger.
Indeed, they will no doubt be hoping to clear their lines. Akshan Rodrigo. To Brian. Straight away, boot to ball. And he finds a good touch on that occasion. Bring in St. Joseph's College just inside their own half.
Nonetheless, a brilliant touch finder there. A brilliant kick by Brian. Despite that angle and despite the pressure, a brilliant kick by Brian Fernando.
Indeed, a brilliant touch finder. Did not have too much of an angle to work with. But he did really well. Now Keshara Rahul and his Wesley compatriots will be looking to make their way back. Bit of an injury break for St. Joseph's College. Quite a few players find themselves injured due to the Josephians. Line out secured. This time to Wadud. Lai dropping it short and Mohammad Fawaz. Unfortunately not the best of passers. He had to get it out of his hands quickly, did Kaiser Lai. And just because of that, he was rushed into passing it and just not the best of passers. Some good defense there by Faizan for St. Joseph's College in that number 20 jumper.
St. Joseph's, even in the second half, getting scrums again and again. And this is proving that Wesley's counter from there.
Outhooked by the Wesley defensive scrum. Ball lost offside, however. Brian, he needs to retreat behind the hindmost foot before he comes back to play that. Bit of a brain fade there by the St. Joseph's College vice captain. Mohammad Fawaz comes from deep, pointing at the posts. And I think that's quite a good call if they are able to pierce the posts, Abdul, because if they manage to do so, it will be 13 points to 5. And St. Joseph's College will have to score twice.
Indeed, Romario. A good option, but it's up to the kicker. It's up to Mohammad Fawaz to put that pressure on the Josephian and the Josephian camp. .35 meters also out. Mohammad Fawaz. Pin drop silence. Mohammad Fawaz strikes it well.
He makes no mistake, does Mohammad Fawaz. And St. Joseph's College, Wesley College rather. Fawaz Mohammad with that Alumex penalty pierces the uprights as he puts Wesley into an 8-point lead. As St. Joseph's now have a bit of a mountain to climb, Abduladi.
Indeed, Romario. The Josephians have a mountain to climb, but they're still not out of the game. Still not truly out. But a brilliant kick there by Akesh Ryan. Puts play into the 50-meter mark. A brilliant touch finder.
That's the first time we are saying his name, Ryan, because he was not quite visible in that first 35, but what a way to announce yourself with that touch finder. The restart and straight away clearing his lines, putting his team straight away back into the just outside their own half rather. The ball has been set up. St. Joseph's College driving forward, but the Wesley flank, that's Hivin, has done extremely well.
Brilliant work by the Wesley College forward pack. Excellent work there. Stole the ball and won that Alumix penalty in favor of them. The player.
It would be interesting to see if we can have a replay of that. I think the referee too was foxed. But the line out has been found. Better late than never. Flag goes up. Surang Arunashant, that is. And now again Wesley College inside the Josephian 22. And they will no doubt be looking to return with points, Abduladi.
Indeed, Romario. Wesley with another chance in the second half. 10 meters away. Here's Wesley driving forward. Still going, still marching are the Wesley forwards. Once is a call by the referee. Referee says use it. Wadu digging deep. And that's held up by the Josephians. Brilliant defense there. Excellent defense by the Josephian forward pack.
Indeed, a great bit of play there by the St. Joseph's College player there. Did extremely well. That was the play in that number 4 jumper, Gunatilaka. Satira is playing in the front row, even though he is in that number 4 jumper. He did really well to hold on to the ball and not let it emerge out of that maul. Nathaniel, he has come in to number 9. Another wobbly old kick by Brian off the foot of Intikab, but he somehow makes something out of it. Or does he? Back to Kaiserlai. Now Ryan. Here's Ayan hanging on for dear life. The Josephian defenders. Scrappy ball, but still comes out on the side of Wesley College. Now it's pivotal. It's vital that St. Joseph's College hold on in defense. Satira again with another massive tackle on Fawaz. Ryan trying to stab that grubber, but does not manage to do so. Advantage come in the way of Wesley. There was a penalty there as Satira unfortunately lost his feet while going for that turnover there, Abdul.
Mario, it all started with that kick in play. Brian should have put that kick out of play and settled down the game for the Josephians, but unfortunately his kick has brought Wesley almost to that 22-meter mark. Putting Josephians in pressure again, on pressure rather.
Indeed, not the best of games he's having, Brian Fernando. We all know how vital he is for this St. Joseph's College outfit. If he performs, they perform. And unfortunately for them, today has not been his day. Now another attack in line out for Wesley College. An attack in Rexona line out for Wesley College. Rahul finds his mark. Maul set up. Barge in forward. Comes down illegally as an advantage goes the way of Wesley. The referee says no advantage and he goes back. Collapse in that maul. That's what the Josephians are penalized for.
Eight or so meters out. A Rexona line out in favor of Wesley College. Can they get it right this time? Can they convert this into points? Or will the Josephians win the defensive maul again?
No contest by the Josephians as they do half the work. One stop. Now Wadud gets the call from the referee. Gives it out to Ryan. He gives it out to his keeper as he drops it short for Fawaz. Wesley College on the up. Long pass. Here's Ayan. Step in. 1, 2, 3. Still on his feet. But he's somehow brought down by some good defense by St. Joseph's. Now Fawaz trying to bump off his opponent, but he's brought to the floor.
Brilliant defense coming by Josephines. Defending with all their lives.
It's still on. But now St. Joseph's College win a penalty. Quick tap taken on that Alumex penalty, but the referee says that he took it from the wrong mark, and I think that's a blessing in disguise for St. Joseph's College.
Indeed, Romario. I think it's that whitewash fear for the Wesleyites. All of the players trying to get over the line. But unfortunately, that's costing Wesley heavily. And Josephians live to breathe again. And it's a brilliant touch finder by Brian Fernando again. It's working for him on this side, but the other side has not been his side. Another X on a line out in favor of Josephians. They have to put play into Wesley's half, Romario.
Indeed, they need to go back into the Wesley half because they have been camped up inside their own half, have St. Joseph's College, and that has not helped their cause whatsoever. As we see the fans, majority Wesley supporters coming in numbers to back their team. Now Joel to a shortened 4-man line out. Finds his target. Nathaniel drops it off to the big forwards for St. Joseph's College. Does well. Ball squirts out as Nathaniel puts a wobbly old kick collected by Ayan. St. Joseph's College cleaning things up through their vice captain. Here's the fullback, Adriano. Satira, a big barge in run. St. Joseph's still with possession. Static collection by the Josephian forwards, and that is not helping their cause. Nathaniel surveying his options and puts in yet another up and under, but there is no chase whatsoever. And Ayan Hussain has all the time in the world to pick his mark. Brian Fernando looking for a 50-22.
That's a brilliant kick there by Brian Fernando, putting that pressure on Sharfan Wadud, but fortunately the chasers have not been up to the task.
Indeed, they say a kick is only as good as its chasers, and on that occasion, a lovely kick there by Brian. Unfortunately though, the Josephian chase was not up to the task there.
What again this is proving to be, Romario. This is the play the Josephians should have started with in the first half rather. Josephians invest his half now. The chance to attack, to put pressure on the Wesleyites. A Rex on a line out in favor of St. Joseph's College. Joel. Wesley not too composed, but having a really scrappy play in the second half here, Romario. Nonetheless, here's St. Joseph's with the line out. And stolen there by Wesley. Hivin, the brilliant steal. Here's the try scorer, Manuga.
Picked off there, the Josephian line out. And now a lazy runner. Wadud does extremely well. As here's Wesley. Unfortunately, the advantage is over, but Hivin is making great headway. St. Joseph's College caught offside. as Wesley goes through the hands, numbers on the outside. Fawaz, he should have given that earlier. But I think Wesley have only themselves to blame. Abdul Hadi
really needed to give it out. If so, that would have been a man try in favor of Wesley College, but instead there's an unfortunate forward pass, and unfortunately that's a forward pass. Nonetheless, Wesley have an Alumex penalty right under the sticks, and they've opted for the 3. Here's Mohammad Fawaz to increase the tally to 11-point game.
Light fading rapidly here at London Place as Fawaz Mohammad has another opportunity to extend the Wesley lead further. On the 50-minute mark, from pretty much bang in front, Fawaz Mohammad makes no mistake. 11-point game as the Alumex penalty has been converted by Mohammad Fawaz. And now St. Joseph's College, their mountain just got that bit steeper.
Indeed, Romario. St. Joseph's really need to stay composed, really need to put that pressure on the Wesleyites, really need to take advantage of their chances that they've been getting rather than losing position away.
The heavens have opened up as Brian prepares to restart proceedings. Time has been switched back on.
Here's Brian, needs to put in a deep kick, and is rightly so.
But this time around he has overcooked that, and we will go all the way back to that 50-meter mark. And Brian's day only keeps getting worse for him, doesn't it, Abdul Hadi?
Very, very unlucky. Really unlucky for Brian. The ball bounces really in an awkward way. Nonetheless, a scrum down in favor of Wesley College. You can see a change in the half for Wesley College. Akesh Ryan has moved into that scrum half position.
When things aren't going your way, Abdul Hadi, even the bounce of the ball goes the other way.
Indeed, Romario, that's well said.
Outside. Set. Steady, boss.
Ryan
Time watch.
preparing to feed the scrum.
Sharfan Wadud has been taken out for Ahia Johar.
Kaisalai down the blind side. He's ragdolled to the floor. St. Joseph's College winning the penalty this time around. Great passage of play there by Nathaniel in that number 22 jumper. Does extremely well. Now Brian needs to find touch.
And that's a brilliant touch. Almost near the West's 22. St. Joseph's really need to have to make this count. They really do have to make this count. Have to, in order to put that pressure on the Wesleyites. St. Joseph's. Rick's on a line out in favor of St. Joseph's College rather. Beg your pardon. It's Yumet, by the looks of it, to throw in that line out.
Change at hooker for St. Joseph's College. The coaches are ringing the changers in hope of a change in luck as well. That line out. But we go yet again. Line out secured, this time by the skipper, Inosh. The Josephian Mall has splintered, as still they are with possession. Now the big forwards, Satira stepping away from the would-be tacklers. Nathaniel gives it out to Brian. This time shows trying to ghost his way through. However, he's brought down by Imtikab. Now Nathaniel gets the basketball pass away, but just not to hand. And it was that sort of a day for St. Joseph's College. Abdul Hadi, nothing really going their way. And on that occasion as well, you can see did everything right. Unfortunately, Peekshana in that number 24 jumper, leaving the ball behind. And I think that pretty much sums up this evening.
Indeed, Romario, just a bit overcooked there by Brian. Really, really unfortunate for Peekshana. Had he got that ball, that would have been a definite try. But the ball had other plans. Here's Ryan to feed in for Here's Kaisalai straight into his opposite number. Here's Aditya. Now Wesley up to clear. Play infield. Here's Brian. Bit overcooked again. Really, really unlucky, Romario. Not his day today. Puts it out on the full. Had ample of space to run into.
Indeed. He had plenty of space in front of him. Just I have no idea why he decided to put boot to ball.
Pressure getting into his head rather, I guess.
Number 12.
Rexona line out in favor of Wesley College. Rahul to make the throw in.
Mark it. Hey, mark.
Both these teams have been playing scrappy. Line outs, scrums and general play has been really scrappy for both these teams.
Right, 10.
Line out secured once again. Ryan gives it out to Intikab as he comes into first receiver. Fawaz puts boot to ball. Brian, what have you got in your armory?
Get back, White, get back!
Yet another kick. This time around as well, not finding touch. Fawaz bumping off his opponent. No, he doesn't. Quick ball. Here are the big forwards for Wesley College. Taking it up into contact. Through the hands they go. Imtikab step in and he does well to get it off to Ryan. Looked a bit forward. The crowd too makes their voice heard, but the referee says otherwise.
Romario Wesley have been trying to use their backs again and again, even in their own half, without clearing off their lines. They have been trying to keep the ball.
I think it's all a confidence game and they are brimming with confidence. As you see here, Fawaz has a man on the outside, opts to go inside. Shifan Intikab, he's brought to the floor with his jersey. The referee says no, as his hand comes out. Possession changes hands.
Brilliant steal there by Anthony.
Play on. First around play. Release! White, release!
Once again stolen there by Wesley. Here's Wesley again, now in the Josephians' half. Meets the 40-meter mark.
Stay back.
Ryan goes digging in. Short pass to the double try scorer for Wesley College. Here's Hapugala. Massive man. Taking it up into contact. Now the replacement first receiver for Wesley College. Setting it up. Ryan. Continuing to use their big forwards. Yoshita that is. Through the back door. Here's the double try scorer again. Wesley College. They have everything going their way. St. Joseph's defending.
Stay back.
with their lives. Short pass. Does really well to hold on was the Wesley College player. Abdur Rahman taking 2 or 3 defenders to bring him down. Great continuity shown by Wesley College. Shifan Intikab brought to the floor. Ryan goes digging in. Nearly catches the referee. Fleet-footed Praneeth Veranga gets out of the way just in time. St. Joseph's College holding on for dear life. Ryan spots in some space at the back. Lovely kick. Collected. No, he did not, unfortunately. Just left it behind. Did the chaser for Wesley College. And well, if you are a Josephian fan, you will be breathing a sigh of relief there to see them knock on. Because they worked their way, did Wesley College, from about the 40-meter mark inside their own half. And the Josephian defense, well, they are grasping for air.
Romario, really unnecessary stuff there by Ryan. Wesley's attacks seem to be moving forward, but he had other options. Should have put it a bit more on the back, I'd say. But the best option would have been to keep the ball and be used in the forwards. Was working very well for Wesley. But unfortunately, Ryan had other plans.
Indeed, Ryan did have other plans. And to a certain extent, it did work. But just the finishing touch, it wasn't added. Wesley have made quite a few changes into their back line. Shifan Intikab has moved into first receiver, at least in defense, with Fawaz Mohammed in at second center. And Dinaru has come in to second 5'8".
And Alumex penalty in favor of St. Joseph's, taken quickly there by Brian. Not the best of kicks by him. Brian, oh boy, what was he doing there? You have to ask, what was Brian doing there?
Hands on the ground.
Chance for them to clear off danger, but I don't know why these boys seem very eager to play in their own half, knowing that the defense is right up at you.
You know, that's a question that only they will be able to answer, because I have no idea. They have all the opportunity in the world to just put it into touch and build on from there.
Brian once again could have used the other side, as the other side touch line was closer to him, but opts to go for the longer side instead. Nonetheless, a Rexona line out in favor of St. Joseph's College. Yumet to throw in.
Hits his mark. Wobbly old line out. Collected by the Josephians. Here are their forwards working their way from inside their own half. Bit of a head collision there.
Wait. Six.
The referee straight away blowing time to be switched off, and rightly so.
It's collision with your own teammate. Very unfortunate for Liam and Manuga. See the crowds turning up, and the heavens have been opened once again. Very odd day. Results and stops. Results again. Hope it's nothing serious for these players. It's not a beautiful sight to see if you're a rugby fan or if you're just a viewer. Player Manugo is back on his feet. Players seem to be fine. Doctor getting one final check.
Right, out, go out.
Referee seems to be ready to start play.
Time on.
Switches back time on. Scrum down in favor of St. Joseph's College. They have to run it here. They have to play it. They don't have much time remaining here, Romario. St. Joseph's need to play it. Seems to be a change at the fly half position.
Fine. Set. Steady, blue.
Feeds in the scrum. Nathaniel. Brilliant defense coming up on Shavin. He is a skipper. Excellent tackle by Liam. St. Joseph's keep to be. And that's an Alumix penalty in favor of Wesley College. Brilliant counter-rucking. Excellent counter-rucking. An opportunity for Wesley. Right under the sticks. Oh. Shifan Intikab to put ball touch. And that's an excellent touch. Pressure mounting up on the Josephians. How will they cope? The Josephians have defended them all very well previously. How will they do it this time? Fans off their seats looking at the game. It's brilliantly thrown, brilliantly connected by Nimet. Once is the call. Ryan beating his forwards.
No, ball is available.
Kesara breaks. Wesley opting to use their forwards. Here's the big man, Elit Hapugala, the deputy skipper. Here's Liam Onassis, and that's an Amana Bank try for Wesley College. Brilliant try. Quick thinking by Liam Onassis. Wesley have scored again, and St. Joseph's are not having it. Not their day today, Romario. Very unlucky for the Josephians. The bounce of the ball have not been theirs today. Nonetheless, Wesleyites are enjoying and having a field day here.
Indeed, they are. As Fawaz Mohammed lines up this conversion.
Fawaz. Straight through the post. And as the extras, 23 points to 5. Wesley College with less than 5 minutes, 6 minutes rather to go. Wesley College have increased their lead to 23.
Here's a replay. Great thinking there by Liam in that number 6 jump. Spotted that the guard dogs there for St. Joseph's College were pretty much non-existent.
St. Joseph's to mount an 18-point lead. Do they have the time to do it? So,
well, it will be quite a miracle if St. Joseph's College manage to do so. Restart to the hands of Fawaz. He's brought down. Good chase coming in. Ryan gives it out to his replacement lock forward. Now looking to clear their lines, make a bit of a clean angle there. Horrendous pass coming in now. Pressure needs to be applied on the Wesley College defense. St. Joseph's College.
St. Joseph's with life again now.
No, stay.
Have to put pressure. Has to put pressure here. And that's a good kick by Mohammad Fawaz. Puts in ball away from danger. Josephians, yet another opportunity for them. Still a external line out in favor of St. Joseph's. Romario, they have to make this count here.
Indeed, they surely need to make this count. They need to get some sort of points from this next passage of play if they are to bounce back. Time soon running out on them. About 3 minutes or so left.
Number 6. Cram.
Romario with time count.
Line out secured. Scrappy. It has been knocked forward towards the Josephians by
Seemed to be a change for the Wesley College camp. Tarush is out. And Kitupa is in. Scrum in favor of St. Joseph's College.
Time on. Crouch. Fine. Set. Steady, both steady.
Romario with time coming to end. We have to decide on the Swiss Tech perfect player of the match. We've had many players who've been up to the task.
Release.
Indeed, there were quite a few players who put their hand up. Mohammad Fawaz, Kaiselai, Jason, beg your pardon, Ryan as well, Akesh Ryan rather. But for his great showing from number 8, even though he's in that number 4 jumper, Manuga Javira did contribute with the 2 Havana Bank tries as well towards the Wesley College course. He's a Swiss Tech perfect player of the match.
What a brilliant game Manuga has been having in the attack and on the defense behind the mauls. Manuga has been a really support, has been a big support for the Wesleyites today. Well and truly he deserves that award, and here's the Josephians 10 meters away.
Inosh Silva, the skipper, collects the line out. Splinters. The referee is not too happy with something, says hands on in the ruck. Inosh Silva takes it, tries to barge his way through. Shifan Intikab hanging on for dear life. The referee says that there is a not 10 advantage. Now Satira looking to take it quickly.
The Josephians 5 meters away from the line. Only score a consolation try with time coming to an end. Time is almost up on our clock, but the referee's clock is the one that matters today. Advantage in favor of St. Joseph's. Here's the big man. Inches away. Ruck form, says the referee. Short says the call. Is the call by the referee. The Josephians moving forward inch by inch. Now using their line. Here Josephians. Space on the outside, and that's an Amana Band try for St. Joseph's College. Anthony Cristiano Anthony with his second Amana Bank try. But time is not in their favor, Romario. St. Joseph's get their life, but a bit too late.
Too little, too late for St. Joseph's College.
Brian Fernando lining up his kick to add the extras. Still time remaining on the referee's clock. Brian Fernando. Just. And that's the end of the game. That's the end of the game for today. What a game we had on our cards today, Romario. Wesley College and St. Joseph's College have been fighting for their lives. Wesley have booked their place in the cup segment for the next round. Josephians really unlucky today, not having the bounce of the ball.
Indeed, things are not going their way as the two skippers congratulate each other. And the two teams follow suit as we have a look at that consolation try scored for St. Joseph's College by Anthony. His second of the evening. A little the full-time score is 23 points to 10 in favor of Wesley College.
A rugby evening, a beautiful evening today. What a game we've had on the cards.
Indeed, was a wet evening here at London Place, but the rugby action did not disappoint. Fawaz kicked penalties of his boot, and then it was Liam who scored a poacher's try, quick thinking, and then after the 70th minute, the Josephians managed to get a consolation. That was that for this game, as Wesley College go back with their fourth victory. 4 out of 4 for Wesley. As we have a look at the key stats, Abdul.
St. Joseph's scored 2 tries but unable to convert their tries. Wesley, on the other hand, have scored 3, converted 1, and 2 penalties off the boot of Mohamed Fawaz. And your Swiss take perfect player of the match, Manuka Jaivira, with brilliant attack, brilliant 2 tries, and excellent in defense. Here's the upcoming fixtures for next week. Tomorrow, rather. St. Anthony's taking on Lumbini College at Nittawala Stadium at 3:30 p.m. Kingswood College taking Royal College at the Pallikalle Stadium at 3:30 p.m. And Science College taking on Thurston College at the Science College grounds, Mount Lavinia, at 3:30 p.m. Stay tuned for brilliant action tomorrow as well. And that's that for the day, folks. Signing off, Abdul Hadi and Romario.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll off.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක 1 ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Built for every season. Customizable. Lightweight. Made to last beautifully. Alumex fencing system.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ගෙවන් යන්න ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න. ලොකු පොඩි හැම ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න. හොඳම ෆෝන් එකක් ගන්න. ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
සැරටම enjoy කරන්න party එකට go.
Night Go Pocket Perfume. Youth එකට go එකක්.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්. අවුවත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න. O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Let's KFC.
Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
For passion, a competitive spirit. It's for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
එතකොට මහත්තයාට උනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර් ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
කිචන් එක අබාස් කරන්නේ දැන් වයිෆුත් හැපි එකේ ඉන්නේ.
වයිෆ් හැපි කරන්න.
කිචන් එක අබාස් කරන්න.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
දවසම refresh වෙන්න train එකට go.
Black Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Move Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි. නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Captain Cool, Captain Cool, Captain Cool.
අවුව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි Dettol Icy Cool.
Built for every season. Customizable. Lightweight. Made to last beautifully. Alumex fencing system.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
අබාන්ස් ෆ්‍රිජ් කියන්නේ අබාන්ස් ෆ්‍රිජ් කියන්නේ පවුලට හරිම ෆ්‍රිජ් එකක් අබාන්ස් ෆැමිලි එකට හරියන අපේ රටේ ෆ්‍රිජ් එක
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
අව්ව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසිකූල්. අව්වත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සීන විමන් මවනා ඔබටයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
For passion, a competitive spirit. It's for the night owls, the hard workers. It's for those who do and want to keep doing. Right. Real energy.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Introducing the 2025 TVS Apache RTR 204V.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
ගෙවන් යන්න ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න ලොකු පොඩි හැම ෆෝන්ස් ගන්න ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න හොඳම ෆෝන් එකක් ගන්න ළඟම ආබාන්ස් එකට යන්න
අව්ව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
සැරටම එන්ජොයි කරන්න පාටි එකට ගෝ
Night Go Pocket Perfume Youth එකට go එකක්.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Pain can pause your active life. Get the all-new Woo Pain Relief Spray for fast, long-lasting pain relief.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun Tamari.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
අව්ව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසි කූල්.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Mentos, yes to fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence. Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
කිචන් එක අබාන්ස් කරන්නේ දැන් වයිෆුත් හැපි එකේ ඉන්නේ වයිෆ් හැපි කරන්න කිචන් එක අබාන්ස් කරන්න
දවසම ෆ්‍රෙෂ් වෙන්න O3 Spirit and Freedom perfumed body spray.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
Let's KFC! Making moments special. Most value for money from KFC.
ලීසින් එක ගත්ත වේගෙන්ම හවුසින් ලෝන් එක ගන්න ළඟම LB ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට එන්න.
සිහින විමන් මවනා
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing Elephant House Wonder Bar Gold. Crack your wonder.
Park Avenue. Long-lasting fragrance. Unshakable confidence.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
අව්ව නිසා බොඩි එක කූල් නැත්තම් මයින්ඩ් එකත් කූල් නැහැ. ඒකට තමයි ඩෙටෝල් අයිසිකූල්. අව්වත් එක්ක ඇති වෙන දාඩිය නිසා හැදෙන විෂ බීජ වලින් ආරක්ෂා කර ඔබේ ඇඟ 3 ගුණයකින් කූල් කරයි.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.
Introducing new Air Action Mentos, the peak of freshness. Yes, too fresh.
නව රෙක්සෝනා ස්පෝර්ට්ස් ඩිෆෙන්ස් 72 hours order protection සමගින් පිරිමින් සඳහාමයි.